Hello everyone and welcome back. I am the Night Owl, here to do some more Crimson Vow drafting. Right towards the end of the season here, I'm kind of worried that all of my opponents coming up are about to be all the mythic hopeful tryhards here, so we'll see. This is my first full season on Arena here, so I don't really know how the ecosystem works exactly, but that's my anticipation. Getting right into it, we have Olivia's Attendance. This is a great card and a great color. Happy to start with this. Expensive, it can be a problem. Sometimes this card just ends up being a 2-for-1. I've had it happen a couple times, but I mean, even still, that's great. And then there are other times where it just kills your opponents, and then you draw unlimited blood, or you get unlimited blood, and then it's like impossible to lose. Other notable cards have both the multicolor uncommons, which aren't great first picks, but I mean, you know, we'll see. A bunch of decent red cards in the pack. Maybe I'll get like Flame Breather back or something. Mariner's pretty strong. Start with the Attendance. Confirm pick. Great. Well, someone took the rare here, which is fine. I think Thirst for Discovery is kind of where I want to lean. It could be Restless Bloodseeker. This card's fine. It's a 2-drop vampire, which is kind of important, and when you flip it, it's alright. It has a win condition stapled to it. I think Thirst for Discovery is just kind of inherently more powerful. I also don't get to play the blue-red deck a lot, and so I kind of want to lean into that a little bit. Maybe. The commons are all only decent, best ones being like Lantern Bearer, Heron, Chill, perhaps. But yeah, let's go with the Thirst here. Let's go with the Thirst, and maybe see if we can lean into blue-red. Okay, well, we have a really strong white card in Circle of Confinement, along with other good white commons. There's a Blood Hypnotist if I want to take a red card and continue cutting red. Typically, it's really good, especially if you have a high-power card like Attendance, to try to lean into that a little bit by taking the early picks. But none of the red cards, I mean, we saw Reckless Impulse, and then, I mean, the best red card here is Blood Hypnotist, which I think is only, like, fine. I'm a little skeptical on it. Now, I could take Circle of Confinement, but I don't really like red-white that much, and I want to lean into the Attendance more than the Thirst for Discovery. But it's not, like, bad, you know. Alternatively, there's like Scattered Thoughts, which I think is just way weaker. I'm just going to take the best card in the pack here and take Circle of Confinement. I don't think any of this stuff could be good, but I don't really care about the signal I'm passing. I don't really think I'm showing much of a signal. And yeah, I think that's fine. Again, all the red cards here are bad, but there's no signals because it's just a rare and 2 uncommons gone. So what do I think of this? All of these cards are kind of bad. They're all bad. I don't want to take, like, the best card's Desperate Farmer, and I don't really want to take a 4th color here. I could take Knife, but I don't like Knife in, like, most decks. Seems like kind of a weak place to pick Knife. Well, maybe not. I don't want any of this nonsense. And so Knife allows me to, like, kind of punt the pick, and then maybe this ends up making my deck no matter, like, what color I play. I'm not thrilled about that. I'm really not thrilled about that. Here, what do I think? So, Cruel Witness, Mark of Retribution, which is a card that I'm interested in taking. If I can lean into red, like, I haven't seen much good red, but that doesn't mean that the red isn't good. There's also decent green cards here still, so maybe the green is open. The signals for this have been really hard to read because just the rares and uncommons have been picked, and so it's really difficult to tell, like, of what colors are gone. I like the Mark of Retribution because it is like a solid removal spell. If I do end up being red, it cuts one of the better red cards out, and I think it can be the most useful. A bunch of strong green cards. These are all playable green cards, so that's something to keep an eye on. Other best pick is like Cruel Witness. Don't really want the Unholy Officiant to pair with the Circle. Alright, what do I think of this? Maybe I take Mariner. So there's a Heron of Hope that goes with the Circle. I mean, there's a couple white cards here, but just not incredible. I mean, it looks like green-white's like almost kind of open. I think Mariner's like just the best card in the pack, except for like Paladin, which is the same thing if you're specifically in green-white. And I'm just getting the impression that maybe green is an open color. I'm seeing like all the good green commons come by. Like Sure Strike is just a really weak pick here. I could be, like I said, it could be Heron to go with my Circle, which is decent. And maybe that's the better pick. But I'm just feeling better about green. I'm getting the impression that the green commons aren't getting picked. We'll go with Mariner. We'll see. Okay. No good red cards here, no good black cards. These have been really kind of weak packs. Maybe we'll go with Disciple. Sort of the best card in the pack. Like, both the red cards are bad. I've never had hers pan out. I don't like it. So while I wanted to go red, and I'm seeing some red cards, like all the cards have been just not great. It's not Nurturing Presence. It's not one of these two blue spells. I don't think they're good. We'll just take Dawnheart Disciple. I think I'm leaning towards green-red right now. There's Weary Prisoner, Gift of Fangs, Vampire Slayer. Dang, these packs have been bad. They've been bad. I'll take Weary Prisoner, I guess. If I end up green-red werewolves, this is an acceptable spell. I really want to lean into red for my excellent rare card. Yeah. Okay, this is a good sign. Look at all these red cards that come back. This is really good. Flame Breather is typically a better card. I think I'm going to take Guess because I have the Markov Retribution, though, and it's really important if I'm going to play this card to have enough vampires. And Flame Breather can be good. I mean, it's honestly like this card's just good. Even in, it's like a blue-red spells card, but it's like they're really good in any archetype. It's like a decent body that also like shoots your opponent a little bit. I'm going to take the Guest. Nothing solid here. I'll take the Chill of the Grave in case I end up blue-red. Like there's a small chance that I do. I mean, these are my only green cards here. And then if I end up blue-red, then it's going to be the best card for me. Try that. We'll try that. Undying Malice is the best card here, but I don't really want it. I'm just going to cut the red card. None of this other stuff. I really don't like playing Fear of Death if I don't have to. I'm really far away from Nurturing Presence. I'll cut this red card too. Yeah. So, really kind of a rough start to the draft, but that doesn't mean that we can't turn it around here. So there's by invitation only. Kind of the best card. All these commons, again, are kind of bad. Best is probably like Cruel Witness, which is not a good sign. The uncommons are all bad. I guess I will take the by invitation only, and maybe I'll be red-white. I got a removal spell. I got some okay cards. This really has to start coming together here soon. But, like, yeah, all the red cards are just bad. I don't want to play them. I already got a knife. I don't want the Honored Heirloom. I don't want Bramble Armor. I mean, I think the other card, the pick would be, like, Cruel Witness here, maybe, if I wanted to lean into the red-blue direction. But I'm just going to take the really powerful white card. We did see some white coming around, so we'll see. Ah, okay. So I think this is pretty clear a Braid. I think a Braid is, like, important. Even if I, like, end up blue-red, I think it's, like, a little more... Like, Wandering Mind is really good, but I think it's just more important to have this. There's also the two spells cards here. There's a Reckless Impulse. There's a decent good red hit here. Best white card is Shield Basher. Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy Braid. Oh. Well, now I have some options here. So I'm seeing some decent blue coming around. Here's this really nice blue-red rare that help make my deck. I kind of like... By invitation only is really good, but I don't want to be red-white, and it's a little more awkward. This is like a little bit more of a proactive plan, if that makes sense. This is a good safety valve card, but I think that there's like some merit to like having like some sort of proactive way to kill your opponent rather than like, oh, if I'm like just dying, like, don't get me wrong, this is super good, but if I'm getting like murdered, like this will save me, but otherwise it could be really awkward. Whereas this is just like proactively kills my opponent. Still some decent blue cards in the pack here. Yeah, we'll go with this. I think this makes me really want to be blue-red. There is a Sigarda's Imprisonment in the pack too, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. Blue cards are only fine. I think I'm going to take another Guest here. Take the red card out of the pack. These white cards are fine. There's Dorothy, which is okay. This card's really pretty good. The front end, what's weird about this card is like the front end is like, well, it depends. It's really good defense. Oh boy, I don't want to do that. It's good more defensively than offensively because you can attack with it and you get 4 in, but then it dies and it's like you didn't really get a card for it. You kind of lava axe your opponent, which is fine. But then when you put it on something else, if that thing has multiple attacks, it can be really aggressive. So I guess it depends, but on the front end, like it also just like stonewalls your opponent largely. Anyways, I'm going to take Guess to go with my marker of Retribution and continue to pick the red cards. What do I think of this? There's a Runebound Wolf, Epicure, or maybe another Chill of the Grave. I don't really have any zombies to go with Chill, though Chill is quite good. I don't have any wolves to go with the Runebound Wolf, but I need 2 drops. So maybe it could be Steelclad Spirit. That's an option. I don't think it's Epicure. Maybe it's just Chill. I'm going to take Chill. Finally got a Blood Tithe Harvester. I think I'm going to take Wash Away here. Not like crazy about this card, but I like it better than Alchemist Retrieval. Like this card is like only okay. Like sometimes it can like own people. Maybe it is. Maybe I underrate this card, but a lot of times I see this card just like not doing a whole lot and then just like throwing a card away. Like it's really pretty situational. It's not Pyre Spawn. I'm gonna take Wash Away. Oh sure. Look at this. This is a great pack. This is a great pack. I'm going to take Ballista Watcher because it's like bomb level here. I think it's better than Screaming Swarm. I think it's better than the other blue cards. Celebrants is close, but this is like all stuff for me. Like this is, maybe I've kind of found the lane here. I can't believe I'm getting a Ballista Watcher at this point. So I think cutting red has like served me a little bit because now I'm getting the Ballista Watcher. Other options are reasonable, but I think that this card is like really super strong. I really need to get cheaper creatures in this deck though. I don't want any of this stuff. I'll take the Pyre Spawn. I'm not going to play it. I will take the Sure Strike because I think that this is ultimately, I mean, it pairs decently with the Guests. I don't think I'm going to want Frenzy Devils, even though it's like kind of a blue-red spells card because it does get bigger and it's like a hasty dude, but I don't want another 5 mana spell. I don't think. I think I'm just going to take the Trick. Yeah, perfect. Wandering Mind here for sure. There's something to be said for Raconteur. It's, I mean, kind of like a whole bunch of picks here. I don't really like Wretched Throng. I mean, I said I need more 2-drops, but it's really hard to pass Wandering Mind at this point. But I've kind of carved out a lane for myself here. We'll see. Oh, and a Cruel Witness came back. Okay, perfect. I really need to get the 2-drops going, but I think this is a pretty clear binding, guys. I don't like Skywarp Scab. On an Epicure? Okay, alright. And then Fear of Death, just in case. Probably won't play it, but... Alright, we've done alright, team. We've done okay. I'm going to take Lantern Bearer here. Really perfect for this kind of deck. Beats early, picks up my dudes later. Counts as a non-creature spell, but then also a creature. Not really passing anything else of note. I mean, there's good cards in other colors, but I'm not even close to that. So pretty easy Lantern Bearer here. Curse of Hospitality. I don't like this card. I don't think it's good. I also don't think I have a good deck for it. Because I really need to be like attacking and like hitting with stuff, and I just don't have like a great chance to do that. But all this other stuff is so bad, I'm not playing it. So I'm going to take this in the chance that maybe it works out, or maybe I want to play it. I want to be really clear though, I don't think this card is good. Boy, people just passing the pups around. I'll take a third Guest, I guess. Bunch of reasonable white cards. Here I'll take Ridgewolf out of just necessity because I need a 2-drop. And there's Serpentine Ambush, there's Blood Hypnotist, which I just don't think I have the blood to like make worth anything. I got a bunch of 3-drops already. I just want a 2-mana spell in my deck, I think. I'm not excited about this. Oh, Alluring Suitor, huh? I think better than the Cobbled Lancer. Cobbled Lancer is an ostensibly cheaper spell, but it's like I still need to set up. I don't have like any cheap creatures to like necessarily get in the graveyard to start going off with this. And Suitor's just super powerful. I say I need 2-drops, but like it ain't Entomber. Entomber's not very good. So my deck's a little unbalanced here. I really want to get some Flame Breathers. I'll basically pick Flame Breathers over just about anything except for like really high power stuff. I don't think it's Geistlight Snare. I already have 1 Wash Away, and I think that's enough. I mean, this card's decent, but I think, again, just like the 2-drop creature is like a little more important, especially now that I picked up Suitor. Really important to like fill out these cheaper creature slots. Geistlight Snare is only okay. And I don't even have that many spirits. You're just a bird horror, yeah. Or enchantments, I should say. Like, it's going to be like a 3-mana leak most of the time. They're kind of weak. Part of the reason I actually like Wash Away a little bit is because like things like Syncopate and all that kind of like lose their value over time. This is Entomber. Might make the deck just by virtue of being a 2-drop creature, but super not thrilled about it. There's nothing else here. The old blue-red no Flame Breather deck. another Lantern Bear. Okay, I'll definitely take that. Better than Statuette. I don't really have the blood for Statuette, and this is kind of exactly the sort of thing I want. Again, cheap beater. You can pick up my other guys with it. It's good with like things like Aerith because it's so cheap that you can just cast it. Good with my Curse, which I might play. Is this Alchemist Retrieval or Lightning Wolf? I doubt I'm playing Lightning Wolf. I doubt I'm playing Alchemist Retrieval. I'll take the Retrieval. I honestly don't know. Maybe I will miss Lightning Wolf, but I'll start with that. Fear of Death. Alright, I already got a Pyre Spawn, right? I'm not Pyre Spawn. I'm not playing. I got Fear of Death, so I'm not playing. I mean, I'm gonna just board that right now. How good is my Markov Retribution? Not very. I don't know. I got 4, 5, 6 vampires. You generally want a few more than that. And it's not like I'm like super aggressive based on my curve that like the overrun effect is good. Brian Comer I'm not playing. Okay, let's take it. The Blood Hypnotist came back. Well, we'll see about that. I really don't think so though. Another Entomber. Oh, maybe. And a last pick, Unholy Efficient. Okay, so we kind of found a lane there, but it was really awkward on the way. It was really awkward on the way. So let's see. Okay, so definitely want the Lantern Bearers, probably the Wash Away. We'll wait on the Entombers. Binding Geist, probably both Chills. I was going to just put one, but let's put both. Cool Witness, we'll wait on Dreadlight Monstrosity. This card is definitely playable, but you want to watch your 6 drops. So we'll see if there's better options. Probably play the Epicure, the Abrade for sure, both the Ridge Wolves. The Suitor, we'll wait on the Strike. Probably both the Guests. I got 3, we'll wait. And on the Blood Hypnotist. We'll play the Ballista Watcher, Olivia's Attendants, Wandering Mind, Aeruth. Okay. So I need 4 cards to add here. Let's get this all sorted out here. Or a 3 drop actually. So 4 cards to add. Let's think about this. So if I play the Markov Retribution, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vampires, and I could have 6, 7. That becomes kind of reasonable. That becomes kind of reasonable, and I don't actually have a lot of interaction. And just to be clear, like, I mean, like, Chill of the Grave is technically interaction, Alchemist Retrieval is technically interaction, but you generally want cards that, like, actually answer problems instead of just buying you time. Chill being better because it replaces itself, but, you know, Retrieval is, like, technically interaction, but I just don't think I'm aggressive enough to, like, take advantage of the tempo boost an Unsummon buys me, okay? So that would be possible. That'd be 1, 2, 3 cards that I'm adding right there. And then, I mean, it's like my 3-drop slot is like really full, but it's, you know, these are options. And then this could give me an option to like super overrun people. It's not bad. It's not bad. Right? I could play Curse of Hospitality. It pairs okay with the Lantern Bearers. Again, I don't like this card. I think it's like on the weaker side. You have to cast it, and then you have to like connect with creatures, and then you can cast those spells, but you have to cast them right then. And if you only like cast 1 spell off of it, I mean, it's just like replaced itself. It hasn't done anything special. So you have to like connect over multiple turns to get multiple spells off of this. And then that's even like the win state. Whereas like if I'm the one getting attacked, like if I'm under pressure and I have to defend myself, this card is useless. It does nothing. And cards that are useless when you are getting attacked are like really kind of suspect. I mean, that's part of why I don't like Blood Hypnotist very much. Speaking of Blood Hypnotist, let's look at our blood. We got Epicure, 2 Belligerent Guests, Olivia's Attendants. So Blood Hypnotist, not very strong. Though it is a 3-mana 3/3, and I'm playing things like Chill of the Grave, so maybe I can like push it through. I might play the Sure Strike too if I go that route. Let's see what it's not. It's not End the Festivities. I don't think it's the Weary Prisoner. I don't think it's the Pyre Spawn. So actually I think that this is probably the best way to go. I don't think it's these cards. Well, I'm not crazy about the Dreadlight Monstrosity. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's better to play the cheaper cards in the Markov Retribution than it is to play this 6-drop. I don't think it's the Entomber just because it's like so weak. It is a zombie for chill. It is a zombie for chill, and that's not nothing. But it is just like a 1/3. Like the ability is just not very useful. It's fine. I got 2 Lantern Bearers, I guess, and a Binding Geist, but it's not really where I want to be. Is it? I don't know. I don't like having only 2 2-drops though, but this is like such a concession to that. It's such a concession. Yeah, I think I like going like this, playing these 3 at least, and I might honestly play 16 land. What do I think of that? I don't know. I need a lot of land for like Olivia's Attendants. It's better with Thirst for Discovery. The fact that my Chill of the Grave cycle make it a little bit better. Aerith helps me draw cards. I don't know. I'm tempted to. I've just heard that 16 is better, just in general, and I'm kind of tempted to try it. And then what? I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-creature spells. So I definitely want a non-creature spell here. 6, because other like Wandering Mind is one of my better cards, and it kind of needs to be decent. And then is it Curse, or is it Fear of Death, or is it Alchemist Retrieval? I don't think it's Monstrosity, especially if I'm only playing 16 lands. Olivia's Attendance is worth it while shorting your land count. Monstrosity is not. This card's really bad. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to like reliably hit well enough with Curse. Well, maybe. Yeah. This can save my own cards. There's something to be said for that. Maybe I will play the Retrieval. It can save me from things like, you know, I mean, just removal spells in general. It can save me from, like, Sigarda's Imprisonment. It's another spell. It allows me to just interact with the opponent better. I just think it's better than Curse. I really don't like Curse. Yeah, we'll try this. We'll go with this. I think I just go 8 and 8 because I have... It's like I'm leaning towards red, but I got multiple blue 1-drops I want to play. Yeah, we'll go 8 and 8. Okay. Alright. And that is a deck. Cool. See you for round 1. Here we go. Round number 1. Round number 1 against Spammerman. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Team. I have one of my best cards in hand if I draw a blue. I have one of my best cards in hand if I draw a blue. And then I have an Alchemist Retrieval to save it, though it wouldn't be able to do it on the same turn. Opponent has taken 1 mulligan. I need a double blue, though, to cast my Cruel Witness. How is this hand otherwise? I think I risk it. I don't have a lot of 1 and 2 drops anyways. So, I mean, I got some. I got the Lantern Bearers or whatever, but it's not like I can like find a hand with a lot of cheaper cards. If I draw any land, I can at least get Guest going. I don't know. Blue card there was bad. And blue card there was bad. Alright. Okay. Well, at least I got a spell. Yeah, boy, oh boy. Okay. pretty strong opening from my opponent on the mulligan. Let's see. What do I do here? Can't really block to any reasonable degree. Binding Geist is actually really bad against the Lumber Knot. Maybe I just wait and chill Lumber Knot. Or I could chill now, get a blood. I mean, I get less out of the chill, but then I get a blood and I can kind of like fix my hand up a little bit. Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Okay, cool. I don't have a lot of cards that can deal with this kind of stuff, though. Wow, straight winners out of my opponent. What the heck? Pretty good mulligan, my friend. I'm going to discard Binding Geist here. Yeah, now we're looking a little better. So what do I want to cast? I have a lot of options. I don't want to keep the counterspell up. I think I need to cast a blue spell. I can cast Aerith and leave up Alchemist Retrieval to protect it in case they have like a kill spell for it, and then kind of try to run away from the game at that point. Though I'm under a lot of pressure, so part of me wants to go like maybe like Binding Geist, Lantern Bearer, and wait on the Aerith because I already have a handful of cards. I want to like spend these cards first, and then like make sure that I'm safe before I need to like start drawing like a bunch more cards, right? So that like this is a problem, but I think first I attack with Belligerent Guest because Belligerent Guest isn't blocking. I mean, I might take one more from the Rutstein here, but we'll see. I don't think they're gonna risk it. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think I go Binding Geist here. Followed by a Lantern Bearer. Maybe I could have left it back. See, they got two cards in hand, so I'm a little hesitant to get the double blocking on just yet, but we'll see. I'm definitely in trouble, though. Another Lumber Knot. Opponent has a good deck. Neither of these trample, right? Okay. Do I want to do this? I mean, I'm taking way too much damage otherwise, I think. The reason I'm considering is because maybe double block on Lumber Knot's the way to go. And so I take what? I take 11 damage this turn. Otherwise, yeah, we'll go like this. That's fine. Really not sure how I'm surviving here. I think I'm going to cast Cruel Witness, and then I'm going to bounce the Lumber Knot when they attack and double block. Yeah. Alternatively, I could just like block and then kill the Forebearer, but they could just get the Forebearer back. Sure. Who gets it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of a problem. Alright. I think I do double block here. I'm taking 4. Rothstein will trade with something. This will turn into a 4-3, but I have a block for it. They can't recast this right now, so maybe I can, like, wash away when they cast it back. But I still need to, like, stop Forebear somehow, but I still think that this is the move. Alternatively, I could double block Lumberknot. Yeah, I think this is better, actually. I could double block Lumberknot, and I'll bounce Rutstein instead. Though they can just recast it, it's much less of a problem. And then this will only kill one of my creatures. Well, either way, it still kills... No, this is worse. Because I don't want them to be able to recast Lumberknot this turn, because, I don't want them to be able to cast Lumberknot this turn, because I can't counter it. Why did I bounce that? I just bounced completely the wrong spell. I was like, I was thinking about how I was going to answer the Forebear, and I just bounced the wrong target completely. That was very bad. That's okay. I think I was losing anyways. But we'll see. That was horrible though, because imagine they don't have that, and then I could go. I just lost both of my creatures. That's alright. I think I was dead. That's kind of embarrassing though. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, round 1. Slight, I say slight misplay. Kind of a big misplay, but ultimately I don't think it mattered. I think we were dead anyways, but should be more careful. Alright, round 2. Okay, round 2. Up against a mythic opponent. Well, this is a good hand. This is a good hand. A good sign. We'll start bearing the lanterns. Fleeting Spirit. Do I kill that? I don't think so. Actually, maybe I do. Well, they can just discard a card to it, so I just don't think that that's what I want to be doing. Yeah, I mean, they are going to get the beats on with that, but I don't think that, like, if they just got, like, an extra land in hand, then I'm using one of my really valuable resources to do nothing. And so it's, like, it's important to be mana efficient, but I just... It doesn't actually help my mana efficiency if I spend my mana and then they don't have to spend their mana in return. Oh, I missed. Oh my goodness, okay. Oh, alright. Now maybe it will get in a braid. Actually, I'll probably block here if they attack. Like, I'm super at peace with that. Like, this Wandering Mind's just going to trade with the Spirit anyways, right? So, like, why? I really needed that to hit. Okay. So I think I attack with both. I mean, the Spirit's like, I can't really do anything about the Spirit. I could have breed that, but it just seems really bad. And then I'll just cast Blood Hypnotist. And then threaten to start getting in for a lot. Yeah. This trades for the Wandering Mind. Again, kind of bad, but I think this is my best bet. Sure. I have no blood for the Hypnotist, but so be it. I'm just ahead enough on the race that, like, if they want to start attacking me here, I got, like, good options. I really needed that Wandering Mind to hit, though. I feel a lot less good about this game. When I was looking at that, I was like, okay, I'll, like, get something here. And, you know, have enough gas to maybe like force this stuff through, but this did not work out that way. Another fleeting spirit. All right. Sure. Can't block it. Oh, Aerith. Okay. I think I'm just going to cast this. I mean, what if they have Syncopate, though? I mean, they decided to cast the Fleeting Spirit instead of something else. Right? So... if it's Syncopate, that's really kind of bad. If I can stick Aerith, it's like hard for them to attack. Well, not exactly, because they can just like save the Fleeting Spirit, or like they can pump the Fleeting Spirit by casting something. So if I Abrade, they could discard to save it. I attack back for 4, but they're attacking back for a lot more. Maybe I just leave the Lantern Bearer back. They have no other cards. I'll just attack with Blood Hypnotist if they trade. Though this still can't really trade here. Maybe it trades here. Yeah, I think it's worth it. So I'm just going to attack with... well, if they attack with Hypnotist, they're just going to trade. Yeah. So I think I do attack with both. And then cast Aerith, and just hope the Aerith sticks. I think that's my best bet. Again, they could Syncopate it, or they could Geistlight Snare it, but I think I just got to take the risk. Doesn't really seem like there's a much better line. Well, I could try to Abrade this now, I guess. And if they want to discard, that puts me in like a much better spot. This doesn't actually block. And it's really possible that they have Geistlight Snare or Syncopate. Yeah, we'll Abrade. I really wanted to Abrade this one because my cards can actually, like, even if they discard, now my cards can actually reasonably block it. Well, I suppose Lantern Bearer can't. If they discard and then the Nurturing Presence and then the card. Yeah, okay. So the discard. So I get a Griff Rider and shrink his creature, but they still have a 3-1. Okay. Biolume Egg. Well, they'd only cast that if they have an exploit card, right? I'm gonna tap out for stuff and they got like an exploit going. Like, I don't know. Scry one top, one bottom. Now I'm tempted to leave the Wash Away up. But that seems kind of bad. So do I leave Lantern Bearer back? So I really don't want them. If they only have like one exploit card and I counter that with Wash Away, it's really good. Whereas if they actually manage to exploit the Biolume Egg, it's really bad for me. But I need to get something in play here. Lantern Bearer can block for 1 turn, but they actually have access to this. So, but maybe I do. Maybe I do that and I block, and then they go. But maybe they'll just wait to do the exploit. Like if they don't cast anything, I'm still kind of in danger. And this is my chance to cast Aerith. I think I'm just going to cast Aerith here because I can get it. If they have counter magic, I can get it through. They might do the exploit thing, but maybe I'll just trade the creature off with the Ballista Watcher or something like that. Because Aerith also blocks Fleeting Spirit decently. And then if they do attack with Fleeting Spirit anyways, clearly that it signals they have something. I'll just block the Lantern Bearer. Not ideal, but doable. I really am curious what they scryed on top, though. Uh-huh. Diver Scott, maybe? It'd be really bad if it's Diver's Cob. This is, I mentioned it before, but this is one of the reasons I don't like blue in this format, is that like you kind of need to play counter spells in order to like interact with your opponent. It's like the interaction that you have, but the counter spells just are really awkward. Like you're under enough pressure that you really can't afford to just sit there and wait on counter magic. Or Militia Rallier, wow, that is way better than anything I could have expected. Okay. Yeah, great. Play Mountain. I'll play the Ridge Wolf. I'll leave the counter magic up. I think I attack with this, right? Let's think about it. I mean, it doesn't really... it helps me, I guess, double block anything that they... Like, if they attack with Rallier and Spirit, it helps me, like, double block. Is it better than, like, pressuring for a point? Because if they attack with both, I mean, it's kind of scary. I end up taking a decent amount of damage, actually, where I don't. If I just leave the Lantern Bearer back, they like kind of don't have blocks. I mean, double block here is kind of bad, I guess. They 2-for-1 me, but I get the back half of Lantern Bearer. And then they're kind of like chump attacking with the Spirit, and then maybe if they like go to like Adamant Will this, I can counter the Adamant Will, which isn't a great counter, except that I'm 2-for-1ing them. I think as long as I keep Aerith on the battlefield and don't die, I'm going to draw him a card advantage. So let's actually just wait. I think the defensive potential of having the Lantern Bearer back at this turn, when I have like this late game advantage on the board, is better than like pressuring for a point. Dollhouse. Yeah, no thank you. Dollhouse would have been really good for them. Even though they're blue-white, and I kind of mentioned before that like blue-white is not a great Dollhouse deck. It looks like in this case it is, because none of their cards have Disturb or anything like that. An Alchemist Retrieval and a Binding Geist. Yeah, so I think I might Retrieval Militia Rallier, cast the Binding Geist. Or no, I can this is Defender, right? No, I'll Retrieval the Fleeting Spirit. They can discard their card if they want to. Cast the Binding Geist, attack for 1. I mean, I kind of want to get these cards in play, but I think this is kind of just as good. Is it? How important is it to cast this Alchemist Retrieval? I'm kind of throwing 2 cards away if I just like cast Ballista Watcher. Well, I can cast Ballista Watcher. I can't actually do both here, can I? No, that's okay. We'll just set them back. I don't want to do the egg because they'll just get the scry again. I don't know if that's right. I really want to get these cards online, but I didn't want to like discard 2 there, or discard the spell, you know. Which is kind of the awkward part of Aerith, but whatever. I think it's still like generating a good advantage here. Sure and sure, yeah. Can't do the Mark of Retribution. But that's fine. Now the question is, do I cast Ballista Watcher or Cruel Witness? Cruel Witness pressures a little bit better. Ballista Watcher really kind of puts him in danger, though. I can just like kill Spirit, and then like threaten if they like let it flip to like push through all their blockers. However, I think I want the Cruel Witness because this is going to take mana. I'm going to be drawing lots of extra cards with the Aerith that I'm going to want to cast, and this just applies more pressure. So I think that this is a little bit better here in this situation. Counterspell their own. Okay. All right. They attack, I of course just go like block. They can first strike the Fleeting Spirit if they want. They have 5 cards in the graveyard. That's fine. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not going to block with Aerith. I mean, they clearly have something, right? So we'll just... What if I double block? No, double blocking doesn't do anything. I'll just block for Ridge Wolf. That's fine. They get me for a card here, but that's okay. I'm not that worried about it. Kind of counter synergy with the dollhouse here, multiple fleeting spirits in the dollhouse, but had I known that, like, I might have played even a little bit differently, but it's whatever. Yeah. So here, they have 2 cards in the graveyard. They could, like, discard a card and then threaten to have the fleeting spirit attack again. So maybe I just leave the Lantern Bearer back and just cast Ballista Watcher. I think that's fine. Please don't have another counter spell. Okay, here we go. I can't cast this, right? No? Okay. I think, again, do I leave it back here? I think so. I think so. I see no reason to, like, really get too aggressive with that again. I'm going to bounce it. Lantern Flare. That's pretty good. Okay. I really have to hope they don't have... It's going to take, I think, something like almost bomb level to get out from under this to a degree. Panic Bystander, yeah, okay. I have 3 cards in the graveyard again. The attack will go like block. It's really nice that they use their Lantern Flare not on Aerith, and then use Panic Bystander like after. Same deal. I'm just gonna cast Attendance. Okay, here we go. No attacks in case anything happens. I don't really see a need to do that. That's 7 mana. Like, this is pretty conservative. I've missed out on like 3 or 4 points, but I just don't think it matters. And it's just, again, it's way better if I just don't die. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna go. I think this is pretty clear. I think we go Attendance here. They might have Fated Retribution. I haven't attacked in a while, but so be it. I'm gonna save it. I discarded Distracting Guys, sure. Okay. They have what? 4 cards in their hand? Or 4 cards in their graveyard? Okay. Then I go Chill. Oh, that's actually kind of worse. Ha! I forgot that that's how that worked with Aerith. That's okay. I'll attack with Attendance. If they got Retribution, they got it. Actually, do I attack with all? Well, they're gonna get their 3/1 back, and they could put Distracting Geist on it, and that's kind of annoying. And then they can just block with Binding Geist here. I think I just attack with these 2. Like, this isn't a meaningful attack in any way. Two cards in hand. They got Distracting Geist. It's kind of annoying. What is this? Okay, well, you got it. But now I can kind of just start bashing. They got 1 Fleeting Spirit. They can attack with it. And I'm curious what their hand card is. Again, I'm not blocking with Aerith. I'm kind of winning a race right now, so you can try it. Do it? No? Okay. And you have Distracting Geist. Can I not do this? Oh, because it's not a card in my hand. The blood doesn't work. Okay. I attack with just 1. They can put Distracting Geist here, but it's kind of unspecial. Alternatively, I could attack with 2. They do Distracting Geist. They tap what, like, and they got 5 mana, so it'd have to be like Land, Adamant Will, or maybe Piercing Light, and then So they tap Binding Geist, and then I can block like Bystander, take like 6. It's kind of a problem for them. Because I go to 7, but I can then like shrink one of their creatures. Yeah, I think that this is the play. This puts them on a 5-turn clock, which is not like amazing. No, I'll leave one of the Lantern Bears back. I think this is fine. I don't like blocking with Aerith, so maybe like if I block with one of the Lantern Bears, I can like put it on Aerith and actually get like a reasonable clock with the creature I don't want to block with. They're drawing pretty good. I need you to draw some lands, friend. Just let's see those lands, huh? Yeah, this is kind of a non-bow here. A little awkward. But if Aerith dies, I mean, I can just, like, rip through my deck. And then how many lands do I have in exile? So I have 8 of my 16 lands out, and then 2 in the good. So I got 6 lands left in the deck. I have 12 cards. And maybe I want Aerith to die. I don't get a lot of time left. Uh-huh. Oh, sure. 3 cards? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I block here and here. They can do the first strike and that's fine. And, or do I want the Bystander to die? I don't think they can gain another life. I mean, I kind of want Bystander to die because then they can't, like, tap my future blockers. So maybe it's better to go here and here, take the 3. Yeah, I think that's fine. You can do this, that's fine. Because then I'll put like this on Militia Rally or Bearer Aerith and start bashing, and then they're kind of behind. I gotta act quickly though. Not a lot of cards left. Oh, they just discarded. Interesting. Okay. So they have 1 mana. Alright. So yeah, we'll go Island. We'll go double attack. Go like that. Go like this. Actually, maybe the double attack was bad. No, I think I have to do it. Also, maybe I should start attacking with Aerith. Well, it's hard to say. This is a fast enough clock on its own. Oh boy, maybe not. Then buying even a single turn is kind of bad. Chill of the Grave. I don't want to cast it. I'm going to get milled here. I kind of need Aerith to die. Actually, maybe not. You want to play those cards this turn. So they go to 6. And then if I draw 2 cards, I will have 3 more turns. And this will stop them for 1 turn. But if I let it attack me, I'll have 4 more turns. Yeah, I think I do it. This could be bad. Oh, that was actually a good draw. No, wait, Sure Strike is not a good draw. Because this Aerith is going to kill me. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I really need it to die now. This is gonna be a real shame if I lose the game this way. Like, and I even like declined on like getting points of damage in earlier. Now it's coming down to like a couple points of damage. This is really bad. Opponent's drawing like a freaking champion though. I can't believe that they were this far into the game. They only got 6 lands. Draw off their deck. Well, I guess they discarded some. They discarded, what, one? What is this? Diver Scob. Uh-huh. I'm not scared of that too much. Yeah, okay. This kind of buys me a turn in a weird way. Oh wait, I can't mill. I can't mill with Aerith on the field. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay. They could, if they get something really fancy, like if they have Adamant Will, they could like attack, sacrifice islands, get me in for 4, and then attack, sacrifice islands, Adamant Will. That might be kind of bad. Traveling Minister, sure. Jesus, I mean, opponent is just not missing here. In fact, this is like almost like a 2-turn clock on its own as well. I don't want them to attack with it again, so I think, like, how do I do this? I think I block with... Oh boy, this is a 2-turn clock now, and then I can only kill them in, like, 3 turns. So do I just block with Lantern Bearer, and then I can, like, attack them back for 5 while they're at 6, and it's close? And then they can, like, attack me back again, but it's, like, still, like, lethal a turn after that, because they could, like, do the Minister, right, and then attack me for 5. But they're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're going to go up to 6. They're going to go to 1. And then they can get 3 more life on their next turn, guaranteed, and go back to 4, but I'll have lethal. Yeah, this is better. Wait, can I survive? They go 5, and then I just like go like block, block, block. Yeah, I'm not in danger of dying. Okay, so depending on what their hand cards are, if they can't interact with this in any way, I win. But if they can, I clearly lose. They'll have to sacrifice both islands, put Minister on here, attack with everything else, and I make some blocks, and then they're at enough that it's lethal. Three cards left in my deck. Got all the timeouts in the world, my friend. I can't stop Loom Serpent from killing me in 2 turns, right? So like this just has to be the way to go. Well, they could gain a life there, but that still only puts you to 5. They must have some kind of plan. which is extremely concerning. Do I just block it so they don't continue to gain life? They could put the lifelink on another creature, though. I don't want to risk the Aerith. I think I just have to go for it. I don't see another play here. I don't think... Well, actually, now Biolume Serpent actually doesn't kill me in 2 attacks. So maybe I don't. If they have Adamant Will... I'm probably dead no matter what, right? So does it matter if I allow this to hit me? Whereas, like, they might have, like, a flyer that they could put lifelink on or something like that. Because, yeah, if they have Adamant Will, they can do the same attack next turn, and then it'll be lethal. Yeah, I got timeouts to spare. And so, is there an advantage to blocking this at all? I guess there's no, because I really don't want them to have like to be able to like flash back the lifelink, but they already are hitting me with a lifelinker, so does it matter that much? There's got to be a reason. Boy, I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the ways that this could burn me. I don't really think there are any though. Like, if this attack doesn't kill them, I'm pretty much just dead to the Serpent anyways. Well, that's not entirely true, I guess. It's close to being true, though. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked that. No, I needed to block it, because then I was like, then I'm 100% dead to the Serpent on the next attack. I think that was the best move. Because, like, there's an argument for, like, putting lifelink on something, and then... Well, that's a decent sign. My turn. Okay. Well, let's see what you got. Wow, got there. Holy cow, I did not think I was going to win that game for a minute. I'm glad I remembered that Aerith couldn't mill me, even though it didn't actually come up. It was really close to. I mean, the opponent was drawing pretty hot there. I mean, they just did not run out of gas that entire time. So I was very fortunate that Aerith just kind of ran away with the game. All right, anyways, we picked that one up. Round 3. Okay, round 3. Here we go. Up against the Dingus. Their words, not mine. Oh, this looks like a hand, yeah. Yeah. I gotta look at this. I've never seen this. Cool spell book. Pet. Casting some spells. I assume that's what that is. I don't know, maybe it's just like a library book or something. Maybe. Oh, seems magical. Got my cute little bat over here. I don't think I'm gonna get the white bat in time, which is kind of sad. Start things off with an Epicure. I'm gonna bash you, friend. I might use this blood on my upcoming turn. I mean, both of these chills are pretty good, but if I don't have like a 2-drop to play, I mean, well, I don't know. I gotta kind of think about it. Maybe not. I'll save it. It seems like a little aggressive when I have a bunch of plays to make. Oh, sure. Runebound Wolf, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to let that happen. And then here I think I jam Aerith because, well, I mean, it's awkward with the chills. It's kind of weird having Aerith and both the chills in my hand because it's really hard to use the card that I draw off of this. Like, this spell becomes a lot worse. So maybe I should have blooded away one of the chills knowing that I'm going to use Aerith here. And then, like, the blood gets awkward with this too. Maybe I just cast Belligerent Guest. Is that like, getting too cute? Or maybe I just cast the chill right now. I don't know. I kind of want to jam Aerith because I'm up against blue. The only card that really answers once this is on the table is Rending Flame, which is possible. And it just makes my hand, like, a lot worse if I just, like, jam this right now. So maybe I kind of want to wait on it. Maybe I just cast Belligerent Guest. Am I overthinking it? Because, like, if I jam this and, like, I hit, like, Olivia's Attendants, I mean, it's like, I'm just going to get rid of one of my best cards. Yeah, let's just cast this for now. Let's just cast this for now. We'll wait. I just have enough to cast that it's like if I cast this, I like draw extra cards, but it's actually kind of a bunch of wasted cards in a way. And so it doesn't really seem like, apart from avoiding the counter magic, it actually doesn't seem like it's that useful to get this in play immediately. Yeah, Wanderlight Spirit, sure. Gonna attack. A Blood Hypnotist. I kind of want to actually just chill the wolf, attack. I mean, casting the Hypnotist is pretty good. Or maybe I cast the Hypnotist, use a blood to get rid of a chill, and then attack. And then I get another blood. Yeah, it kind of like sets me up a little bit. Yeah, we'll do this. This allows me to get some like really good pressure going. And again, these chills are awkward with the Aerith, so that like, I don't know, I'm just not crazy about having them. Also, I'm going to run a... Like, it's funny, Aerith is, like, kind of sick, but, like, it's, like... Sure. Attendance. So I want to abrade this. And I kind of want to use a blood. So I might abrade, use blood to, like, turn this thing off. Or, yeah. Well, so I have 4 lands. So there's a chance that I could chill, draw a land, and then abrade. But I'd have to draw a land, otherwise like, this is a much worse turn of events. Otherwise, yeah, I could just abrade. And then maybe just attack with these two, actually, and like save the chill. Actually, I think I'm going to take the risk. I think I'm just going to chill this, attack with everything. Yeah, I think that's better. I can abrade this on a later turn. Sure. Actually, we'll just do this. Okay. Now they're under a lot of pressure. I don't know if it was the best sequence. I think if I had drawn a land there, it would have been a little bit better. But, I don't know. I still kind of like it. Alright, we got there. Nice. Cool. You see here, you know, I talk about... just let me view the battlefield, please. Talk about Wanderlight Spirit not being that good. This is part of the reason why. Like, being able to block flyers sometimes is nice. Like, this card looks like a decent evasive creature, but you have to be really aggressive for this to be worth it, because not being able to block ground creatures is like a huge liability. I talked about this a little bit, but you really see it here. I mean, I just like they even curved out, and I was able to just like bash through this creature like it didn't exist, you know. So anyway, cool. That was round 3. On to round 4. All right, round 4. We're 2-1. Uh-oh. Up against a mythic opponent with the Helena and Elena skin. Well, this is a hand. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Kind of mono red here. I mean, hopefully I don't draw a bunch of blue cards, but assuming this like smooths out in any meaningful way, it's actually a reasonable hand. I got a couple 3-drops, and then I got this like I got a trick, and then I got you know, this like kind of overrun / removal card. It's like, it's pretty good. You start off with the Lantern Bearer. Yeah, a lot of blue-red. Alright. A counterspell for me? Maybe. Yeah, alright. Hopefully it doesn't happen to my second one, otherwise Markov Retribution is suddenly looking a lot worse. Okay. I'll attack. Now, I'm tempted to... I don't know what to play here, because if they have Syncopate again, like, I don't want Aerith to get countered, but I also don't want Belligerent Guest to get countered, because I want the Markov Retribution. That said, I mean, I think it's the Belligerent Guest, but this could be wrong. Yeah, I guess it's better I didn't play the Aerith, but still. Oh, sure. Yeah. Kind of a problem, but, we jam. We jam. This is a problem card, though. Oh. No. I have the tempo thing going. I got Sure Strike and Chill. Okay. Well, our hand's insane. Blood Hypnotist and a Cruel Witness. Yeah, I think I just play the Hypnotist, right? Yeah. This makes my Marker of Retribution decent. Okay. Man, this wizard's gonna just own me, though. Yeah, it would have been really nice if one of those guests sick. I mean, I guess they would have had other creatures, but then, like, Retribution would have, like, really kind of helped me pull away. Sure. Jeez. It's really bad. Holy crap. Alright. Gotta wash away, sure. Like, opponent just went off here. This is a good sequence though. Is it good enough? And then I think I just abrade this. Wait, no. And that was brave. That was brave. I got kind of lethal in my hand depending on what they do here. I mean, they got a wash away. That makes it a little trickier. Their own Aerith. Okay. Yeah, this is great for me. Because now I have 2 lethal spells. They have to counter this. Yep. And that's it, baby. That was too aggressive. They didn't need to do that. If they would have just attacked with 3, they would have still been staring down 4, and then if anything bad like that happened... Like, I understand why they felt safe, because they had the counterspell in their hand, but they put themselves in a really bad spot by attacking with all 4 there. It was just really unnecessary. Like, it's... you know, they don't have lethal on the next turn if... You know, they're forced to block with one of their flyers. However, they definitely don't have lethal on the next turn if something bad enough happens that they have to block with one of them. If they if they die, and then otherwise would have to block with one of them. You know, and so that was I think it was a little too aggressive. But hey, it worked for us. I think opponent's deck looked really good. I mean, maybe even better than ours. So I think we kind of snuck out of that one. So great. We're 3-1. I'll see you for round 5. All right, team, round 5. Let's see it. I just took a quick break to make myself some dinner. I had steak with mushrooms and onions and some asparagus. And let me tell you, gang, it was good. It was good. I keep this hand. I got the Vampire to go with my Marker Retribution. I have 1 and 2 drops in this deck, like this. That's a good draw. But I don't think I have enough that I can mulligan hands that like don't start with them. Oh. That's not the card I can play. I can play Ridge Wolf. Now, this Ridge Wolf is kind of bad in the face of the infantry here, you know, but it's fine. I don't think I block. Well, what can they play? They can play like a 2-3 or something. I mean, they'll get this back later. No, I don't think I block at this turn. Make them play something. See, this is the card I was worried. I was like, maybe they'll play like Kindly Ancestor or something. And then they did. Hypnotist or Wandering Mind, do you think? Hypnotist or Wandering Mind? Neither one of them can block, really. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd blocked here. I'm going to cast Hypnotist because it turns my removal spell on. Threatens a little bit more. Sure, I can't block, but, you know, this might, like, enable, like, a solid attack. I mean, I don't... My opponent went with 2-drop, 3-drop that actually kind of stopped me up decently. I'd be more at peace with this. Yeah, I think I am going to block here. Well, let me think about that, actually. I don't want him to play infantry out of the outside. No, I think I am going to block. Well, shoot. See, the other thing I could do is play Ballista Watcher, and this might have an attack. But I'm under a lot of pressure. I don't want them to be able to put the infantry on something. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Between getting Ballista Watcher online or Markov Retribution soon, like, I just think that having the 2-drop in play and not just trading it for the infantry at like a bad rate is going to be good. Undead Butler, yeah, sure. Swamp, and then Desperate Farmer. So I think I'm going to play Ballista Watcher and attack. I could do Markov Retribution, but I think I'm going to wait and do that on a future turn. Because this gives me like 6 power to attack with, and then a decent blocker. We'll see if they attack into it. If they do, I'll just take it. And then maybe I can turn it around with Markov Retribution plus another spell in the future. I think this makes the most sense. I think it's a little early to just jam the Retribution. Though it is bad if they have Fierce Retribution, the other Retribution card, and they like kill my Hypnotist. Yeah, okay, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, Chill of the Grave, huh? Well, I think I'm gonna attack. I'm at 9, huh? I mean, it's really low. Let's play the Wandering Mind first and see what happens. Because depending on what the spell I get, it might change my play. Braid, sure. Not having a braid. Well, I think I'll just attack then. Because I can like a braid Kindly Ancestor maybe. Yeah. And then if they go to like, I can a braid Kindly Ancestor. Maybe I should have just done it. If they have Adamant Will, this is kind of bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just braid it. That's fine. Now, do I take the 3? I think so. I'm like threatening more damage back, plus I got the big Markov Retribution set up. If I Markov Retribution and it all gets in, it's like 4, 8, 11. So close. But I don't think I need to block here. Especially when I have Chill of the Grave like backing me up too. Sure. Kind of aggressive. Ooh, Attendance. Do I just jam Attendance, though? I don't think I need to. Like, depending on what they have in their hand, I could just go Retribution, attack for 11, they go to 1, and then I Chill of the Grave, like anything else that they play, basically. It seems really good. It seems really hard to lose at that point. Now, is there anything that can like blow me up here? If they have like Adamant, like, because I'm debating whether I want to like actually just chill infantry before the attack. If they have like Adamant Will, and then like Fell Stinger, that might be kind of bad, right? And because I think I'm so secure to win this game that I think as long as I don't like take a risk at like them like going double spell kill me, Yeah, okay. Okay, this is a really good draw. In case there is anything that, like, really gets in the way. Aha, see? Yeah. I wonder what their last card is. I'm so curious. I wish I could see. I'm pretty sure it's just Retrieval Jam, yeah? Yep. Okay, we got there. Nice, nice, nice. I really want to know what their last card was. If it was Adamant Will, or what else could it have been that might have killed me there? But that's kind of what I anticipated, was like some sort of drain effect, and then if they would have also had a pump, like that's the way I lose that game. Anyways, all worked out. Cool. We are now 4-1. We've gone positive already. I'll see you for round 6. All right, round 6. Round 6. Up against Nahiri. Harrowers Nahiri. Okay. Did we get the draw bug? It felt a little weird loading in. No, no, we're good. Oh boy, I'm on the play. Yeah, I'll keep. Or I'm sorry, the draw. I'll keep this hand. I'll keep this hand. I got to turn one Lantern Bearer. I got to chill to like help defend me, and then I have one of my best cards in my hand and a removal spell. Like I need to find a red eventually, but between like the cantrip and being on the draw, I'm at peace with it. Oh, that ain't it. That's okay. Let's bear the lanterns first. Is this just lag, or what is this? Black-green. Okay. I actually like black-green. I think it's good. Well, that's not what I needed. That's okay. I didn't really have a spell to play here anyways. I mean, depending on what they play on their turn, a Braid might have been nice, but it's fine. Uh-huh. Dying to serve. Okay. This could be really good for them. Could also be really awkward. They don't currently have any means to discard, but I mean, they can get there. That ain't it either. Okay. Alright, I'm going to chill at the end of their turn basically no matter what, because I want the card draw. Sure. They can turn that into a 2/2. Yeah, the thing I don't like about this card is, first of all, I mean, you have to do kind of a lot of work to make some random 2/2s, and the 2/2s aren't, like, bad, but they're not amazing either. But then also you can draw it out of sequence, right? You can, like, draw it, like, later when you don't have a lot of 2-drop spells. Okay, so here I think I play Thirst for Discovery, I guess. This is bad because I want the land, to a degree. Well, I'll discard the island. Looking kind of ugly, gang. Really need a red source. I was really thinking between like the extra card draw and like all the draw steps from being on the draw that like I was going to be in better shape, but now it's like, so here's the deal. The Dying to Serve I don't think is like super good because like I said before, these like random 2/2s are just like kind of like super whatever. Because like I could just like play like a Luring Suitor and it like blocks their 2/2s for forever, you know? However, this is good for them. No attack first though, that's fine. You know, so like I think it's like only fine, but now I'm like going to be enough behind because I haven't been able to play meaningful spells that it's actually kind of a problem. Alright, okay, we drew out of it. So what's the play? It's probably a Luring Suitor, right? It just spends my mana the best, and then it actually like blocks most of their creatures to a reasonable degree. And then if they have a removal spell, I don't mind using the Alchemist Retrieval on it to buy it back. I don't really see much reason to do much else. Like, all of these other spells are like insufficient as far as like what they accomplish. I could have Braid Bloodcrazed Socialite. I could have Braid Bloodcrazed Socialite. I don't think that's what I'm going to do, though. I think just playing the Alluring Suitor actually stops more damage. Granted, they might just kill it, and then I'm like taking a big attack. But I think I kind of got to take the risk a little bit. And then, I mean, I have a plan. Like, it'll kind of be the best use of my Alchemist Retrieval. Now I am taking a bunch back on the return, but, you know, so be it. Oh, mountain. That's not a good sign. Green, red. Is this Alana? Anye. Yeah. Sure. It's very bad. We're going to be in big trouble now. Enough that I'm just not sure how we're going to win. No blocks. Okay. So I got to think through this turn, because if I'm attacking with both of these, right? And so this will flip into a 3/3. And then I can use the mana to pump. But it'll also give me 7 mana, 3 red, so I might not necessarily have to. I think there's no way I don't jam here, because it gives me enough mana that it allows me to cast a bunch of stuff, even if I use it to pump. They have 2 black. Yeah, so I think that we attack here. I also don't think I'm winning by not attacking. I haven't really done the math on how much they could ostensibly crack me back for, but I think I just gotta make a move. Yep. Are you blocking? Please. Oh my god. That's so good for me. Hang on. I'll go blue. Make sure I use the blue for this. Undying Malice. What do I do? So the Malice is going to be really tough to beat. I mean, that's just really bad for me. I kind of have a feeling that something like that when they were willing to block. Alchemist Retrieval doesn't... It makes them recast it, you know. It kind of blows my retrieval, though. Which is bad. This is trampling. Yeah, I think I just let it happen. Not super happy about it, though. That's really bad. Right? Okay. So now I have 5 mana, 2 of it's red. So part of me thinks I need a Braid to pair with I think if I'm gonna win, I kinda have to pair a Braid with Mark of Retribution, which clearly I don't have yet. Or I could just get Mark of yeah, I'm gonna have to, but I'm gonna need another red too. So I think I get Aerith into play. Play this first. And then I don't think it's Hungry Ritual either. I think I just Abrade the Socialite, because maybe in a future turn I can no, I just don't think I can afford to. I think I have to kill Anji with something. Yeah, you die to serve. What's the play? I'm trying to think if I want to use this Alchemist Retrieval now or not. Yeah, I think I kind of need to. And we'll return Aji. I just don't think I can afford like the attack back. Like it's like a gigantic attack, and then I have to block. A braid isn't going to save me because like if I'm going to kill Anji at some point, I need to use a braid plus another spell, which just seems highly unlikely at this point. Like I just don't know if I'm going to get there. I think it has to be like literally Mountain Markov Retribution, and I can maybe do it, and then like somehow block everything for the rest of the game. I don't know. Bad spot. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, actually I'm just dead. Would I have lived if I had a braided socialite and let them? I mean, no, it's like so close. There's like such little chance I win that game. Okay, cool. That's all right. So 4 and 2 on to round 7. All right, here we go for round 7. Here we go for round 7 against this swirling green thing. Kirtaro, I go first, and I have a reasonable hand. Yeah. I mean, I want to draw a mana eventually, but if I do, I got something good going on. They mulliganed. Ooh, look at these sleeves, too. I'm always admiring everybody's sleeves, so I got my normal Magic bags over here. Classic. I'm old school. Let's start off with a Lantern Bearer. 1 swamp. Well, Bree's a good draw if I'm going to draw a non-land here. I definitely accept. Really hoping for a land next turn, though. Because being able to go guest plus backup with all these spells is going to be really hot. Retrieval, a little awkward. I really don't like this card. Unsummons are often fine, but this one, I mean, it's a 2 mana unsummon for somebody else's thing, and then, I don't know. I just haven't found it to be, like, all that important a lot of the time. Well, this will do. I think I'm just going to get guest in play first. I mean, they can, like, trade for it if they want. Like, it's fine. But I'm just really not too scared of this. Well, I have all these mana effects. Like, if you want to, like, trade your Harvester for the guest, like, be my guest. A gluttonous guest, sure. Sure strike, huh? So what do I want to do? I think I just attack with all 3, and then I'll sure strike if they block with the gluttonous guest, and then I mean it tramples over. I get some blood. Maybe I'll even pitch the retrieval if I don't feel like I don't need it, and then yeah, I'll just attack. I'll just attack with all. I could use the abrade on this right now. I could chill something right now, but like this sure strike is good. Yeah. Now, do I throw this trying to make a land drop? Then if I draw another land, I can chill and abrade. Am I going to want this, do you think? I'm going to keep it. I don't know. I have so many better cards, though. I don't know, I think I'm kind of like out-tempoing my opponent here. Yeah, I draw a land. So I'm tempted to chill, but chill works better on their turn. So I don't want to abrade this necessarily. Maybe I unsummon it and attack with everything, and then I leave abrade back, and then like they can like cast off, I abrade, but they're taking 5 this turn. Because it's really nice, like if I bounce this and then this is what they replay, and then I kill this like on their end step, like that's actually kind of good. Yeah, this is kind of aggressive, but I think I'm gonna do it. Now there is merit to like abrading Harvester before they can untap, because maybe they decide to like Harvester, kill Guest. You know, like that's kind of good. But I'm hoping that they like don't do that and they attack, and then I can like tempo them out otherwise. You know, a little more risky. But the thing is, these two Lantern Bearers are like almost good enough. Raconteur, huh? Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna kill something? They have 1 mana. I think the card I'm most worried about is Undying Malice in a weird way. Maybe I should have like killed Harvester in response. That would have been good. Yeah. It's fine. Now I could bear or go to the skies. Like that's an option. But it seems like I don't need to do that when I can like chill this turn, draw another card, and then like threaten that on a future turn. I maybe should have abraded that in response though. That would have been pretty good. Cool. All right, we got there. Nice. Strange that they just kind of conceded there when like they didn't know that they were dead. And well, actually, maybe they did. Maybe they just knew that they were dead to Lantern Bear in this. But like, there's a certain amount of risk for me doing that way. Like there's merit in like making me do that. You know, I'm not even sure that I necessarily would have if they just like played a creature, let me abrade their creature, and then like passed. I mean, I guess I probably would have. I don't know. I mean, chances are they were dead there, and they knew that they were dead. So maybe it wasn't early. It felt like it to me, though. Anyways, doesn't matter. 5 and 2, on to round 8. Alright, round 8 it is. Round 8 it is. Let's see our fate. I go first with a decent hand. Yeah. I like this hand. I can get to bashing. Yeah. Bear the lanterns. Let's go. Ewell Forest, huh? Play the Ridge Wolf. Really hoping to draw a land here. If I draw a land, this game is in good shape. If not, I might be in trouble. Depending on what happens here. I'll Spore Back Wolf, sure. Oh my god, okay. Now I'm nervous. Uh-huh. Now I'm nervous. Yikes, gang. Man, not like this. This opponent's not playing anything, but it means they have good cards in their hand that they haven't cast yet. Oh, I should have attacked. I don't know why I didn't attack with Ridge Wolf. Nope, no blocks. Does opponent have spells in their hand? Like, what's going on over there? I can't believe Arena's doing us like this, gang. Uh-huh. Okay. And it turns into a 6/4. Okay, well, it's really disappointing when like matches like end like this. Like that wasn't a mulliganable hand, right? Like it's like it would have been actual madness to mulligan that. Um, but then here we are, you know. It's very annoying. Because my hand was crazy. All I needed was like one land, and my hand was so good. And now I'm just gonna die, like. And I think that unfortunately, like, really, even a land at this point won't save us. There's no reasonable spells that actually like really get in the way. Yeah, they got a Magma Pummeler as a 3/3. Perfect, right on time. Thank you. Because the problem is I can't block Ridge Hook or Rip Hook Raider. I can't double block it, so I'm going to have to chump block it. Plus they are doing damage with a bunch of other spells. And I can never block Magma Pummeler. Yeah, I mean, the game's just over, I think. This was a really disappointing end. That's okay. That's alright. Try not to get too sad, I guess. 5-3 is a decent record. I think that this deck like had the goods to like get a trophy here. I know I say that a lot, but like it's an unfortunate reality of Magic because sometimes things just like don't work out. Like this hand looks so good. I just needed a single mana, you know, and it's like okay, you got it. All right, gang, 5-3. That's disappointing. I really thought that when I saw that opening hand, like I thought that we won that game. But it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. So we just take our 5-3 and go home. Let's claim our prize. 4 packs. Let's see. Okay, here it's probably a breed out of all of this. Graph Reaver's bad. You basically don't want to play this card. And then it's definitely better than the multicolor Skull Scab. Next is probably Celebrants. I don't pick Resistance Squad that highly. White's honestly a color that, like, I just feel like it's disappointed me. Like, I thought that I liked white more in the beginning, and then it's just like all my white decks just never really seem to get there as well as I want them to. Here's Visionary. Visionary is such an incredible 2-drop in a world where, like, premium 2-drops like this, like, are really important. Definitely Visionary there. None of this is good. Howling Moon. I've heard mixed reviews on this card, but I've kind of come around on it. Like, punishing your opponent for trying to do like some sort of comeback something is pretty decent, like by playing 2 spells a turn, that is, and you get to make another wolf. Also, the plus ability like really snowballs. You do need to be the one putting the pressure on it. You do need to have wolves and werewolves. When you have that, this card comes together. So this is a card with risks. It's one of those cards like it's you know, I classify these cards as like looks really good for the opponent cards because like sometimes your opponents will play them and you'll just die to them, but then when you have them in your deck, like it'll feel like wow, things just did not line up right for this card to function for me. Which is, I mean, it's a little cynical, but it's just like there's a lot of cards in Magic where it's like it looks insane when the opponent like does things in the right situation, but like if you're in that same situation, like they might have this card in their hand and not play it because they don't have any other wolves or werewolves, so you don't see it fail for other people as often as you might see it fail for you in your hand. Think of Bloody Betrayal or any other act of treason is really a card that's a good example of this, where it's like there are some games, and I see this with like more novice players a lot of here, that's like at like pre-releases you'll see things like this where like they'll overrate things like, you know, some sort of act of treason type effect because an opponent will have played that against them and you like steal their best creature and it cracks open the board and they smash back for 1,000,000 and it just like kills them. It's just like, whoa, huge blowout card. And like what you don't see is like the 3 times over the course of like the pre-release tournament or whatever where they drew that and it was just like really bad and ineffective and they needed a blocker and instead they got this act of treason in their hand. This card kind of does the same thing. You need a lot of setup. You need to have wolves and werewolves to play. You need to be able to like reasonably attack, you know, and if you have those, it's really good, but there are a lot of situations where maybe this wouldn't be so good. That said, like the best card is like Socialite, unless you wanted to pick the multicolor card, which I wouldn't. Also, the black-white deck, I was just talking about how white's kind of like not panned out for me. All of my black-white decks have not fared as well as they look. I think that like Purifier, I think, goes a long way to making them work. But even still, like you need to like pay mana to get the card draw off of this, and it's like it doesn't work out situationally a lot. Like 2 mana on top of whatever else you're trying to do on your turn. Like if you're drawing extra cards and you want to play those cards, but then you also have this like 2 mana tax every turn if you want to draw a card with this every turn, which is the dream, right? And so like this card is like a little bit worse than it looks, even though it is a good engine card that sometimes kills your opponent. So it's an important card for the black-white life gain decks. Otherwise, like black-white life gain has been like really unimpressive to me. Like it's just never really had, I feel like, what it takes to like kill my opponents. Maybe it's just anecdotal, but I think every black-white deck that I've drafted in this format has like kind of fallen on its face and like where it like looked kind of reasonable. So I don't know. It's like tough to say if that's like actually something with the deck or just like been like a idiosyncratic experience. Here I think it's Headless Rider. This card is like enough good, better than like I actually like Runebound Wolf a lot. I think people underrate it. Like folks don't rate 2-drops with relative or relevant late game abilities highly enough. I think like this just plays as like a solid 2-drop, and then it also can like kill your opponent in the late game if they stabilize, and that's really actually quite good. So like I'm not saying this is the best card ever, but I think people underrate this kind of effect a little bit. That said, I still think it's Headless Rider. Just it's so solid on its own, and then it has this like 6 energy. If you get a bunch of zombies, probably the way to go. All right, last one. Last one here. I like Dormant Grove. Maybe better than Investigator's Journal. This card's funny because it's like so slow and mana intensive, but it's also like a draw 5 sometimes. I think this card would be like super insane in some formats, and in this format it's just fine because you often don't have the time to do all of this. Like both the games are faster so that you don't like end up in these like stalemate boards where each player's got like 6 creatures staring at each other, and then you cast this like card draw spell that over the course of several turns like doubles your draw, and it's like, and it just like buries your opponent card advantage. So you both like don't have the time to do this, and there's not as much time for the board states to develop that make this good, so it's just like kind of format specific. I think there are other formats where this card would be insane. Here it's like just okay. It's actually kind of an interesting first pick, and I think that actually you could make a reasonable case for all 3 of these cards. I think that like maybe these 2 are better than Lunar Rejection. The Lunar Rejection is one of the best blue interaction spells. Those cards are really excellent. Like you can just really blow people out with this. I don't like Alchemist Retrieval, but I'm kind of wondering if I should reevaluate that because it does like own people going for like Disturb Auras. There's a lot of tricks. The format's like fairly tempo based. Like I wonder if I should be putting it in my decks more often than I do. But because Lunar Rejection is really quite good, the draw card makes a really big difference here. You can just afford to like just fire this off a little bit more. But I really like it quite a bit. I think the Dormant Grove is a little bit better. Out of these, I think I picked Dormant Grove. I think it is the closest to like a bomb level card. When you I've talked about it before, but you put a couple counters out and then this flips, and then you have this like massive alpha vigilance strike, and it's like they can just never attack back through all of your giant vigilant guys, and you smash them to death, and it's really strong. I mean, a lot of times, like say you play this on turn 4, apply a counter, on the next turn apply another counter and then attack with it. I mean, it's kind of like you played a 4 mana 3/6 vigilance, put 2+1/+1 counters on 2 creatures. All your creatures have vigilance. Like that's an insane 4 mana card, So like ideally you do have to flip it at a certain point, but it also like enables its own flips. Like it's just like when you put it that way, I mean, it just seems like absurd, right? So I think it's Dormant Grove. I wouldn't fault anybody for taking one of these 2 cards, but in my opinion, this is the better one. So that's it. Thanks for watching the draft, everybody. Glad you could make it. Probably only got a couple of these left before Kamigawa. I know I keep saying that. I really should look at the release date, but yeah, looking forward to it. The spoilers look sick, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, I'm really excited for this format. I think I've been enjoying playing Val, but I think Kamigawa is going to be really excellent just from the glimpses I've seen. I just instinctually feel that it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So cool. Well, thanks for joining. See you next time.